Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan.
My name is Carter Nolan.
Welcome back to episode 11 of Andor with live reactions. We got 3 coming up with this episode. Before we get into that, before we get into spoiler territory, I'm just going to give out my quick thoughts on the episode quickly here. Spoiler free, this is the start of another arc, obviously, like with the arc ending
It's a very short arc.
Yeah, it is going to be a short arc, and there's a couple things that feel a little bit rushed, just because it's kind of like the pacing had a lot of time to develop a lot of things, but not as much other things. There are certain there's a character that gets mentioned a lot, and a character who's probably going to die, who we actually have not seen once in the show. Like, he doesn't make an appearance. I think you know the one I'm talking about.
I'm trying to
The other squad, the squad they're sacrificing? Krieger? Do you know what he looks like?
Okay, well, don't say it.
Well, anyway.
Yeah,
No. But yeah,
Okay,
no,
now you
like,
mention
A
it.
plotline solid. B plotline was really good. And so is the C plotline as well. But yeah, with that being said, let's spoiler territory here. Before we go any further, this video is sponsored, and you guys should definitely check it out.
Do you hate when you can't find your preferred sports betting site?
Bet 99! Bet 99! Caramba! Caramba! Spreads? This doesn't look like cool bets. Betway! Betway! Ah, it's a spider!
Well, that is a problem no longer. With BetStamp, you have access to all your favorite betting websites all on one platform. Just pick the game and select the best money line to ensure you make the most for every bet you make. To take advantage of this extraordinary opportunity, make sure you download BetStamp from the App Store or use the link in the description below and use referral code NHP to let them know you're coming from us and you're saving money. Now, without further ado, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, so let's get into the meat of this, shall we? All the Andor stuff is good, although there isn't any reactions in there. Honestly, I don't want to talk too much on it.
One of the things that is interesting is that this episode is a little bit slower for a bit. Although I know you were a little bit bored, but honestly,
It's 3 a.m., man.
Honestly, I find this stuff quite interesting. Like I find it quite fascinating.
I do too.
The way they build the characters.
Yeah,
and whatnot. There's some filler stuff that I couldn't care less about. Like, for example, when they did that raid and they did all the filler before, it's like I know I'm not going to see half of these guys past this, so it didn't make any. I don't need to know that much about it.
I don't need to know your backstory.
I want to learn the backstory of the established character that we're going to see more of, because
Right.
that's why you're learning about them.
Yeah,
That's
so
why you care.
the best parts obviously are Lutheran. Lutheran?
Yes,
Luther?
Luther.
Luther.
Yeah.
Luther.
Yeah,
Lex
like
Luthor.
yeah, exactly. Lex
Luther had the best scenes for sure.
Oh,
His
absolutely.
whole discussion with Saw Gerrera. Is there a fucking echo in here?
No. It was great.
It was great. It was great. Honestly, it sums up pretty well.
Black and white X-wings. You rock.
Yeah.
They look great.
Also, so when he's flying back, there's a Star Destroyer that popped. Well, it's a Star Destroyer question mark.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, you know the reaction. What is
on
that?
What on
What
earth
the hell is that?
What the fuck is that
What?
Star Destroyer? Something in that class
I
of
talked about this,
vehicle,
and
but
Carter,
like,
I think, agrees with this. So how the tractor beam work is what I saw. Here's my theory on this tractor beam is because we see them using the tractor beam, obviously, and I see it as one of those more primitive. Like, first off, it's a smaller cruiser. But also the main point is that it's kind of like comparing the old phones. The old phones have the giant antenna that they need to connect. Meanwhile, the new phones are smaller, but they're more effective.
and who said that?
You did, but
Exactly. Well, you know what this actually reminds me a bit of? And it's interesting how you have kind of a Star Destroyer with a purpose. It reminds me of that Star Destroyer that had those big domes on it, in Rebels, that was capable of pulling ships out of lights. Like a Star Destroyer with one really defined purpose.
It's, you know, what's an older model that I feel like it resonates with me too.
Okay.
Reminds me of a communication ship that the Separatists had. Like the way that it's
I can see
that.
It's
It's not totally angular. There's some roundness to it, and there's the disc design.
Yeah, no,
like the Separatists had,
I can
the
see
cross and then on it.
Yeah, I can see the comparison.
Right.
At
So,
least.
but yeah, like Luther uses this weird hidden weapon. I don't know what it is. It literally, the best way to sum up what it looks like is happening is shards of glass just fall. Like it looks like just shredding it. Like,
and it reminds me of what like the Mandalorian had. Like coming over the wrist. Yep.
Reaction there. Whoa! What is that? What is that? Oh!
From a whole craft, but the beacon is failing us. I can see that. Where's my air wing?
Ah!
Oh shit!
How?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. I can't remember exactly what the Mandalorian called it. Is a little weapon where all the little things would come out and they'd take things out individually. It kind of just looked a little bit like that, but for a ship.
Right, and then we get something that I don't know if it's a good thing to have. Like it kind of feels like it's lore breaking a little bit.
You have to. There's a lot of restrictions. That
so are we saying there's so he uses this light thingy on the TIE fighters.
It was a lightsaber attached to a ship.
Right. It was like a temporary lightsaber attached to a ship. Reaction here.
Oh! What is that? It's a lightsaber.
What? And so here's my ultimate question, Carter. Not necessarily is this good, but what's the logic behind this, and how does it? Because I'm thinking.
So how do you nerf it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you have to have a logical reasoning for it to be nerfed, because otherwise
it takes a shit ton of power, and you can use it hardly ever.
Okay, yeah. No. But even then, how is it that because he pulls? So are we saying? So I'm saying.
Also,
here's what I'm saying.
Also, TIE fighters don't have proper shields.
Okay, there's that. Yeah. No. But the propulsion, right, and how it works. We are saying it's pretty much, I'm thinking, like, you know how, for example, blasters can shoot a far distance, but they are small capsules of energy. So what I'm thinking is there's a setting, there must be some type of setting where it uses, instead of small capsules, it almost combines all of the like, you know what I mean? All of the blasts into a solid beam. The downside of that is because it's a solid beam, it loses its stability almost immediately after.
Well, yeah,
that's why it's because otherwise you're just saying that it goes on forever.
It's the ship equivalent of a melee weapon. It is your knife.
Right.
You know, it is not something you shoot. It is something that you hit if you're in close
Exactly.
range.
But yeah, no, like, honestly, solid episode.
Actually, you know what it's very equivalent to? The battering ram that they used to have on the front of ships for naval warfare in ancient times. It was like a battering ram. You played it in Assassin's Creed.
No, I know what you mean. Yes.
I can relate it to something you'd know.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I'd say so.
Well, no, because it's like the melee weapon of
No,
a ship.
I see it. So, it kind of be like, it's kind of more like, though, if you had, like, if it reminds me of those little kayaks, like, where the kayaker has, like, his little thing, little pole, and it's, like, the two things shooting out from the side.
Oh. I guess.
But yeah, no, honestly, guys, solid episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It really does help us out, and we really do appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. We cover pretty much all the new Star Wars shows coming out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
How did my father die?
Like a panther.